Hey guys, Cam from 15, back at it with another video for you guys. Back with another Masamune Kun's Revenge, season 2 episode review. As after we get off the episode in terms of last week when it came to Neko, well, clearly my predictions of freaking Yoshino potentially being a love interest is coming true. And I don't know if this means that we're gonna get kind of a bait and switch where it's like, oh, it looks like Aki's gonna be the final girl. It seems like it's doing a bait and switch where it looks like Yoshino's more than likely going to be the final girl, and the end game looks like it's either gonna be Masamune is gonna either choose between Yoshino or Aki of who he wants to be with. Which obviously, if you have an issue with where they're going with the story, I don't blame you. Again, you know, my romance stories, I like good executed romance stories. You know, I don't really like this needless. And you know, sometimes with these romance stories, I don't like these unnecessary dramas with where they take characters of like, oh, you know, where they will, they won't they, and things like that, where they just draw things out just to draw things out, and it can be kind of repetitive and stupid and make stupid drama when it can just be as simple as like, just handle this with conversation. Now maybe it's because these kids are in high school, they just don't know how to understand and tell their feelings, and that's kind of the thing right then and there. But you kind of get this hinting in this episode on kind of both fronts, and kind of Aki's whole perspective is expressing her true feelings for Masamune of what she truly feels like, and then Masamune is in some sort of weird way realizing that maybe he feels a lot. I realizes like why he gets those bumps, you know, or he feels stressed, and the reason why is, you know, he's not as comfortable with Aki like he used to when they were kids, and since he's so comfortable with Yoshino, he potentially might have a thing for Yoshino now. And yeah, and then Yoshino is kind of like of the understanding of like, why would she say something like, why would I'll get into it. So pretty much we pick up right where we left off, and it's kind of like the whole thing of where Masamune is trying to help out freaking Yoshino after she fell down, but Yoshino's like, I don't want nothing to do with you, leave me alone. But she's trying to walk it off, but she has like a sprained ankle or something like that, and she can't walk on it. And pretty much Masamune is like, listen, you can't push me away, just let me help you. And again, you get this funny scene where she pulls up like these brass nut, like he ends up picking her up like a freaking, like you see how these superhero picks up their like love interest and everything. You know, this girl hits this man with fucking brass knuckles, and I'm just like, holy shit! Oh my god, chill, girl. He was trying to help you. You don't need to hit the man with brass knuckles. Come on now. Which was absolutely hilarious. That was an absolutely hilarious scene where he's like, why the hell did you hit me? You got brass knuckles, what the frick, man? But eventually he goes up and she's like, all right, can I just get a piggyback ride? So, you know, obviously he gives her a piggyback ride, and as they're doing that, this piggyback ride, I'm guessing these people are looking at them. Now Masamune is like, why are these people looking at me like this? I don't know. I guess they're making it a cult to believe, like I guess they're making the point is like, I guess freaking Yoshino's underwears were showing or something like that, because he was doing this piggyback thing, and she was obviously wearing a skirt, and people were like, I guess people were looking like, oh, this girl's underwear is showing probably. And obviously he ends up dropping her off at this park. I'll get to that part in a bit. We cut over to Aki, and Aki's kind of having, again, mixed feelings and everything, wondering like, oh, what's going on and things like that. Probably wondering like why Masamune hasn't texted her or anything. In the meantime, you kind of get her friends like kind of worried like, oh, what the hell is Masamune to Aki? And they're like arguing like, oh, what the hell is going on? Because there's rumors that they're dating and everything. And you know, obviously, especially the one girl that plays, you know, Tia Ballard plays, because I watched the dub for Masamune Kun, she absolutely goes ballistic in this episode. And she's like, oh my god, what the hell, man? She can't be taking our sweet little Aki. And I'm just like, you guys are supposed to be Aki's friends. Wouldn't you want what's best for Aki? Like, I don't know, man. I don't know. But Aki goes to ask Yoshino's sister, which I didn't know that was her sister. That was her mom. I thought that was her mother. But okay, her sister was like, no, she wanted to go do shopping, and pretty much the sister sent out Yoshino to do shopping for herself for once, and it was a way to like, no, she needs to go be girly herself, which I guess it's kind of it makes sense. It seems like Yoshino always kind of does things for Aki just to do things for Aki. Really doesn't do anything for himself. We kind of see do anything. She doesn't really does anything for herself. Like we kind of seen over the course of the season, she's been doing things really for Aki's sake. She hasn't really been doing it for her sake, which kind of you have to wonder with where the episode ends off. Like, is she going to freaking just is she just gonna want freaking Masamune for herself? Instead of letting Aki like take him away from her. So this leads into the whole scene where they're kind of talking, and pretty much Yoshino pops the question like, okay, what the hell did you do to upset Aki on Christmas Eve? And she pretty much goes on to say like, all right, listen, she's been depressed ever since then, and you haven't done anything to help. And pretty much that's when Masamune kind of gets some reassurances. He's like, oh, I thought she was like pissed off at me or something. And then he's like, oh, okay, I can do this. But then he has a strange feeling. And we know, like, from the last episode, he's, when it comes to Aki, he's been getting really stressed out. But then, like, he grabs a hold of Yoshino, like, that feeling, this weird feeling he has, it goes away. And he feels more comfortable to the point he ends up, like, hugging freaking Yoshino. And it's like, oh, what the hell are you doing? And he kind of he pretty much blurts out saying like, I think I now know the reason why my condition is getting better. It's because when I was planning this revenge plot line with you, I've grown so accustomed to you that, you make me feel well. It makes me feel good. It makes me feel better. He pretty much says like he enjoys being around Yoshino. Yoshino kind of pushes him away from that and is like, why the hell would you say that? Or, well, she doesn't really say that, but she's like, listen, I can go home and everything. So, yeah, dude, Masamune is shocked, and he's like, what the hell? And it's like, dude, you literally hugged a girl that is not your girlfriend, and you're saying these things that are clearly going to make her feel flustered. Dude, of course. You said something that clearly, and we mean clearly, I wouldn't say upset her, but it got her feeling some sort of way. So, and then she ends up going back to the household. Actually, Aki, she ends up running into Gasso. Gasso pretty much tells Aki how much she apologizes for doing what she's doing, and pretty much Aki's like, well, at least that was on your mind the entire time. So it goes to show me that you actually regret lying to me and doing what you did. And obviously, Aki knows about the sister and everything, and pretty much Aki kind of tells Gasso like, if you just had told me, I would have helped you, and pretty much that's kind of thing. But also Gasso also tells Aki like, because the one thing is, as Aki was walking home, her friends bring up the mention, because when she meets up with her friends, especially the Tia Ballard voice acted characters, like, is it true that you and Masamune are dating, and what are your feelings for him? And she pretty much starts like blushing and getting very embarrassed, which goes to show you that, okay, she clearly likes Masamune. And pretty much her friends pretty much asked her like, okay, what are you truly feeling? How do you truly feel about him? And that's kind of what Gasso also asked her, like, it's best to just express your true feelings, like, and everything. She kind of thinks about that. So when she goes home, she sees Yoshino kind of healing up, and she's like, why would you do this? And she helps out Yoshino heal up. And then as it's happening, Yoshino kind of remembers what freaking Masamune was telling her earlier in the day, and pretty much she's like, why would he say that? What a freaking idiot he is. And at the meantime, she's like getting very flustered and she's blushing. So clearly it's showing that she potentially really enjoyed the words that Masamune said, and clearly I wouldn't say she's simping, but she's starting to fall for Masamune because of the kind words he said about her, because it's like, well, technically that's been true. They've been working together, getting to know each other better for this long period of time. And of course, maybe he would feel a lot more comfortable around her. So yeah, but she pretty much is like, this can't happen because you're dating Aki and everything, and this wouldn't be cool. So yeah, and then we get a post-credit scene where like Masamune kind of has this bad dream, I guess you can say, where Yoshino meets up with him and is like, "No, you don't call me by that. Call me Yoshino," you know. And she's calling him like by his first name and everything. And she's got her arm around his, and it's like as if they're dating or something. And then he wakes up and he's like, "What the frick is going on?" And then he's wondering like, "Oh shit! Don't tell me I'm in love with Yoshino now." So now his feelings are freaking conflicted now with who he potentially likes. So I guess you're getting more drama. If you're not into it, well, then you probably would have dropped the show by now, because to you, you'd probably be unnecessary drama that's like happening on your screen. And I don't blame you. It is unnecessary drama, but all right, I guess that's the case. Again, like I said, I do remember reading the manga, and the way it ends is kind of weird. I won't give it away, but you know, it is what it is at the point. So we'll see where it goes. But anyways, if you guys like the video, leave a like, put in the comments section your thoughts. But even before I was saying, it's just like when you kind of make it to where the characters are dating, typically with these romance shows, typical romance authors, they try to make drama happen in between the two characters, but instead of like going like a Horimiya route or Shikimori, it's not a cutie route. Instead of like fleshing out the relationship, getting the two characters to even truly furtherly fall in love with each other and truly understand each other's feelings, they play this forced drama and everything for some things like that. And that's like what they do, and that's typically what happens in some romance animes. For example, like Golden Time, for example, which is one of my favorite romance animes. You know, there had to be drama right then and there, because obviously the two main characters were together, and it's like, well, it's not as engaging and everything. I don't know why these authors can't find ways to make the relationship while they're dating engaging. Like Horimiya clearly can do it really well, as well as the fact that like, oh, you know, even Shikimori's not just a cutie, did it pretty well too. But it is what it is. But anyways, I'm gonna go over. If you guys like the video, leave a like, put in the comment section your thoughts, hit that subscribe button if you want to get more Masamune Kun's revenge content or any other anime content I upload to the channel. Till then, guys, stay safe out there. Have a great rest of your day, night, or whenever you're checking this video. Till then, guys, peace.